God, who was the Lord collective, said, "Hear the word of the Lord, O man. In your little wisdom be considerate of, be attentive to, the magnitude of the labor of your Lord. Certain times and seasons are allotted by Jehovah for the development of new orders of men on the worlds he created. According to the times, seasons, and condition of the earth, so has the Lord your God fittingly provided the race of man, to raise man up, so that he may comprehend the beautiful creation, and be adapted in harmony with it. This is the glory of your God. Behold, I, the Lord collective, have spoken of the land of Oahspe. Do not think that as one division of the earth is made answerable to my will by a certain rule, that another division of the earth is provided in the same way. The Lord your God finds one place filled with beasts of prey and great serpents, which must be destroyed, and he provides a race of men to accomplish this. And so, man is allowed by God to become carnivorous for a season. In another country the Lord finds drought and frequent famine, and so he provides man with knowledge adapted to those conditions. Thus, as there are seasons to the earth, when man shall be changed from one condition to another, according to the progress of the earth, even so does God, the Lord collective, accordingly lift up man for the glory of the Almighty, Jehovah. O man, do not let your judgment mislead you, as to a law of selection. There is no law of selection. Man has no inspiration of his own to select a mate, and provide his progeny with shapeliness or judgment. A man, he marries because of the impulse of the flesh, nor does he care about the issue, the progeny, whether they have long legs or short ones, or whether they become warriors or imbeciles. And woman cares even less than man. Nevertheless, a time comes upon the world, in a later age, when man and woman both consider these things, and somewhat govern themselves accordingly. But in such an era they are almost fruitless, without children. But in the early age of the world, man has inherent only two impulses, to eat and to indulge in cohabitation. Nor does he consider what may result from it. And the Lord and his angels lead man, without him knowing, to fulfill his times and seasons. Now I, the Lord collective, have come to you in Cosmin, to reveal the government of heaven upon the earth, and the inspirations of your God, who is the Lord collective, and his angels upon the race of man. Behold, in the time of Apollo, man in his present form was brought into being on the earth. For the time and season of the earth was ready for such. Even as in this present day your Lord has come to change man from a race of warriors to a race of peace. For now the time and the season of the earth is propitious, is favorably inclined, to accomplish this. In the time of Apollo, the first prophets of God were raised up from other than the Ongwee-ghan race. In that day, the Ongwee-ghan, the flesh-eating man, was first capable of hearing the voice of your Lord understandingly. And your God, the Lord collective, commanded man to remember the God of harmony, symmetry and music, who is Apollo, and to build images of him in all the divisions of the earth. Be most searching, O man, for you shall find in this present time and generation, the legends and history of Apollo in all the divisions of the earth. And the word of his name, the name of Apollo, in all languages, has the same signification. Behold, as in Gautama the Lord collective raised up seers, whom he instructed in the methods of slaying beasts of prey and serpents, so in the same period of time, he raised up for the same purpose other seers in Shem, India, Ham, Africa, including the Fertile Crescent, and Japheth, China. And the names of the great slayers are preserved to this day in the mortal histories of these countries. Thus on the earth and in all its divisions, the Lord collective created a new race. It came of the Ongwee-ghans and the Ongwee-ghans. According to the different countries where they dwelt, so are they found to this day. In which, you God provided all these people who are of pure blood, to have no other God or Lord than the Great Spirit, Jehovah. Nevertheless in the time of Apollo, this race, this Gan, known as the Ongwee, was only a fraction compared to the hundreds of millions of Ahuans and ground people and Ihans that dwelt on the earth. But the Ahuans were at war for more than 1,000 years. They, the Ahuans, built great cities and established mighty kingdoms, but as soon as they were built, lo, look, the wars laid them low or dissipated them. God, who was the Lord collective, said, "Now I will give man a new commandment, which is, to go forth and subdue the earth, to slay every beast of prey and every serpent that comes before him. And of beasts of prey and of serpents, you, O man, shall not eat the flesh or the blood, which contains the life. Neither shall you, O man, eat the flesh of the beast with uncloven foot, nor shall you eat swine's flesh. But all cloven-footed animals, which are animals such as cows, deer, oxen, sheep, goats, etc., that have a cleft or divided hoof, I, the Lord collective, give to you, O man, for food to eat, all the cloven-footed except for pigs, also known as swine and hogs. For in the day you take the place of beasts of prey, you shall also take it upon yourself to eat the flesh they would have eaten." Then the Lord collective sent Ahin priests to circumcise the new race, the Ghan. And he commanded the Ghans to marry among themselves, promising to give the whole world into their keeping. And the Ghans, the Ongwees, began to wear clothes like the Ahins, and the latter, the Ahins, gave them, the Ghans, rites and ceremonies, and taught them how to pray and dance before Jehovah.